Hey, everybody. Welcome to the OG's Power Hour. It's push-up time.
Okay, you guys, anybody in chat can do some jumping jacks? I don't care. Morpheus is right here. Let's do this, guys. It is push-up time. We're live on the OG Power Hour. Morpheus was getting in with you. Hey, Morpheus, you want to get right in here? Do some push-ups with me? Ready? Come on.
And there's Morpheus. Just push-up, push-up, push-up. And
Well,
just to let everybody know, Tony's not going to be able to join us this morning. He's not feeling well, so he's in bed this morning. If everybody wants to send him love and healing energy, please do. Good morning, Broken Scepter.
Yes. Okay, guys.
Shadow.
Got scared. Create a vision. Never let the environment or other people's limits or beliefs get in your way and push up. Today, we're going to talk about OG Power Hour.
What is the right par for seedlings?
Right par. What is that right par? Do you know? Join us live. How you guys going? I don't even know. I have to look it up.
Yeah. Okay, John, you need to post those push-ups. So why don't you toddle off, post your push-ups, and then we'll make sure that gets done.
There you go. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate you.
Not a problem. And guys,
consistency. Dedication.
What's that, John?
It says consistency and dedication.
Okay. So the reason I wanted to have this particular conversation, everybody, is if you're following the R&D Grow, you know that I popped John's seeds that he sent me. So I've got seedlings in my grow right now, and I want to make sure that I'm running the right par and the right VPD for them as well. But I want to make sure that that DLI for my clones, or my seedlings, I should say, is the right level.
So here's the whole thing. So a lot of the people, you were just talking complete French. They don't know what par is.
Yeah.
They don't know what PPFD is, because we now look at PPFD, not par. Photosynthetic flux density. Par is well, there's photosynthetic density. There's photos. I got to. Let me do this.
Yeah. Well, you wrote a book on it.
Well, look at PPFD is what we're looking at, guys. Yeah. It's photosynthetic flux density, and that's the amount of photons that are coming from the sun are penetrating, hitting that leaf per time per minute per second. Then we look at DLI, the amount of daylight intervals that are happening within that time frame, and the vapor pressure deficit, the amount of pressure that's coming off the leaf from evaporating from VPD, which is the pressure coming off the leaf, which is the humidity, because it lays humidity, and the amount of humidity pushing on the leaf from the outside air, VPD. Vapor pressure deficit. As I do my push-ups, then we're going to go back what Ken was talking about, because these key three things you need to know. You need to know what par is. And it's in the book. It's in the first of this book, guys. You grab this on Amazon. We're going to go through the book today a little bit. That's kind of cool. Thank you. I didn't even know this was happening until this morning during our morning meetings. He's like, we're going to do this. I'm like, cool. Because what it's in the book, because I know it off by heart. But we're going to go through this because I run it at different levels, and I do that for a reason. There's seedlings, there's clones, there's vegging, there's all this.
Well, exactly. Push-ups. Post your push-ups. And that's why I wanted to really focus on this. And we're going to focus on, more of the seedlings, but we're going to go into, the veg cycle, the flower cycle, what you need for a daily light integral at those times, and how at the end of your flower, you can look at backing that off, just like it would happen in the fall when the sun is lower on the horizon. So we can follow the sun cycle like we would in nature, but we can do it in our indoor grow because we're using supplemental lighting. But we need to know those numbers that we need to be hitting to give our plants the most boost out of those photons that we're giving to that plant. And that's where the par, the UMLs, the DLI, everything comes into effect for the best growth on those plants. And that's where John, wrote a book on it, okay, which you guys can get on Amazon. You can visit his website, okay.
Go to my website. You go to my website, honestly, go to my website, you buy a book, and you're in Canada, I'm going to give you a free seed.
Ooh, gotta like that.
want to
Okay.
give you a free seed. Just I'm gonna give you a free seed just for hey. Oh, just send me a message. I'll give you a free seed. Yeah, the buy the book.
There you go, guys. There's a way to get a free seed. Just send John a message, okay?
Yeah, shipping and handling, so I gotta do something there because I can't afford it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's gone up, guys.
Well,
I was very,
more
very
people
key. What
know.
we're doing here is really understanding what you love to do and why you want to do it. Set a plan behind it. And that's what Ken's doing right now. We've been talking about this, of course. That's what we do. We talk, we push up, we post the push up, we hit send, we make sure it uploads. I see it. I see that's the gas town rolling a big fat joint. Follow the gas town, and this is his wife, a little big smoker. Pretty awesome. She's pretty awesome. Yeah. Cool. There it is, Gastown Fire. Boom, Gastown Fire. Look at that. Anyways, okay, we're gonna get off of that. I get excited.
You really helped them with their light because you took your meter out to their establishment and really made some really good changes for them.
Changes. Yeah, no, Gastown totally shouted me out what they did for Gastown Gardens. I've done this quite a bit, guys. I do light meter testing. I got flown out to Montreal, to Okotoks to go look at some, and I did some consulting. They flew me out, paid for my hotel, and bought me dinner, and paid me. And guess what? I increased their revenue by 50%.
Yes.
50%. 50%. I don't call, you call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Of course, as a consultant, John is going to charge, but the 50%, guys, like 50 freaking percent. Like, so if you're $1 million, you're at $1.5 million now.
This is a 15 month. They did $50 million in revenue last year. And I said within 1 year, they'll double their profits. I was there 3 months ago, and they've already said they can see the changes and how it's going to benefit them in so many ways. Because when you take a look at light, and you take a look at canopy growth, you take a look at pot size, you take a look at what you're trying to achieve. Yes. Right? There's home growers.
Yep.
There's connoisseur growers. There's research growers.
Yeah. That's me too.
Guys just been doing it for so long, they love it. And then there's commercial growers. Mm-hmm. And there's people who know how to grow. Then there's ones that push angles and test new things all the time. And look at creating new creation. And looking at DLI. And understand what seedlings needed, because we used to use just a regular light bulb and it was 7 ppfd. And I proved this because I was growing it in my bathroom sink.
Yeah.
I had clones that grew right on this kitchen table for 6 months. Y'all watched it during the OG Power Hour last year, 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And I tested it with what?
With your meter. So that you had the numbers and you could track everything.
So I'm able to track everything because I have a beautiful little meter. This is a spectrometer, guys. This is not just any meter. This measures the spectrum and the PFD. It measures everything. And with that, I was able to.
You were able to track numbers globally.
I was able to take a look at how things were happening. And taking a look, even when we go into the book, this copy 1, version 1. It's got nothing on the back. You got version 1, you might have a few stickers in here. You know what I mean? And there's version 2. This is the Amazon book. And there's a third version coming out, guys, just so you know. So it'll be very nice to see that. I know I have to plug this in, but we're not doing this right now. But you have one of these here, guys.
And a lot of the people in chat are saying that they've gotten your book, John, which is perfect.
Beautiful. I appreciate that, guys, because I hope it's giving you some kind of guidelines on what you're looking at, right? Because when we start looking at spectrum, we start talking about the spectrum and how it's really reflecting and how the power works, right? So let's just go into the book. You know what, guys? I wrote this book in 2022, but this book was basically 25 years in the making.
Yeah.
Right? A special dedication to a really very great friends of mine, Horatio Delbert. Bless his soul. We sat in my room. We looked at light testing. It's in the book here, right? We did research. So think of the cut down. This is on YouTube, guys. It's the cut down. The results: LED versus HPS. We did this in 2014.
Yep. I remember watching it. I remember Horatio pointing out that John, look at these lower nugs. These aren't bad. These are fantastic.
Well, we started looking at the density and why? Because we started looking at raindrops in a sand. Right? PPFD. understanding the amount of raindrops are hitting that sandbox in the sun. The book made me change to LEDs. I appreciate that because it really started giving you what photosynthetic power is. Photosynthetic active radiation.
Yeah.
I know this. It's good to have it as a reference. It really is. That's what you have as books for. They're references that you go back to. This is a Bible. This is a grow Bible. Because you're going to keep going back to a book that gives you knowledge. It takes you 30 minutes to sit in the bathroom and read it. But the knowledge in here will last you the rest of your life.
Yes. And improve your grow over and over.
Any which way you are. A professional grower or a small grower who's just learning. Talk about DLI. It says right, it describes the number of photosynthetic active photons delivered at a specific area in a 24-hour period. I told you this, but I said it in my way. It's the amount of photons that are hitting that leaf per time, per minute, per second. So there's ways of me articulating this, and I'm writing it so you can read it. So when we start talking about this, we get into what is spectrum and why spectrum plays a key role, because it has the McAfee curve. It's like all the different rays in the rainbow. That's really what makes up your spectrum and your photo.
Yeah.
I know look at what plants need and why they need them. But Ken really wanted to concentrate here right now today was on seedlings and park. Now I'm gonna look for the page just because I can. But I go to page 22, guys. And I'm gonna put my hand over it. I'm not gonna look at it, right? So the whole thing is about running your seeds. Like I said, I used to start at 7.
At 7
right?
bar.
We used to use there was T5s before that. It was just fluorescent bulbs. Anybody remember the fluorescent bulb from the 80s, 70s?
Mm-hmm. I still have a bunch.
We ran just big fluorescent bulbs. You know, if anybody was schools, I think still run fluorescent bulbs. I'm pretty sure because we have billions of them. Right? They're not going to get rid of them quite yet. Then we went into T5s. Those were awesome. We had a little T5s. Then we started looking at Kelvin ratings. We started getting a 6,000 K, 4,000. We started looking at all these different methods. And for me, I was just like, wow, what's Kelvin? I had to learn all this and really understand it. But understanding the light that you're using, and right now, 99% of people here are using LEDs. You're going to get your basic LED light. You can buy this from Alias LED. You can buy this from the Sun Blasters, one of the biggest well-known names in every hydro store. You get 2 Sun Blaster T5. They're not T5s. They're LED grows. They run about 150 to 185 ppfd. I think it was 185. One was 150.
Mm-hmm.
So I have them roughly in between. I started looking at rooting, and I started looking at the length away from the plants. And I started rooting on DLI. And if I was going to run 18 hours, and I put that into my DL calculator, you can go to johnberfelo.com, by the way, and you'll see a DLL calculator on there for you.
Neat.
Right? So that's all there for you. And you can also go to berfelo.com and find more on growth and understanding there under grow. So you're going to have pain, growth, and then understanding is 3 different parts of that website. But they're all about growth and understanding what we're looking for. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to seedlings, when you first do your seeds, you've popped them already, Ken?
Yeah. They're about 1.5 inches high.
1.5 inches high. They're in a little peat puck, or do you got them in soil?
No, I started them all in soil.
All in soil. Beautiful. I do mine in peat puck, so Ken's using living soils, correct?
Yeah.
And right now, what light do you have on top of them?
I have my grow pucks. I have in the room. I have 400 watts right now.
400 watts. So you're gonna probably want to that, and you have that how far away?
It's about 5 feet away. I'm running a low par.
And we did this with this is gonna go right back to the Spectrum King LED. 2013 for me now, guys, because now it's going in the memory bank. By the way, the book is page 22. There you go. You can read it right there. I'm going to let you see it so you get an idea on what's going on here. And this is really taking a look at where we are. Okay, guys? So page 22, if you have the book, and you can be able to get this. I'm going to show, maybe I should start a little group for this. No. You guys go to my Discord. That's right. I have a Discord, John Berfelo's Grow Room.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And then there's actually, of course, Mid-Journey too. So I might have that part locked out.
Mm-hmm.
Who's using AI for their seedlings? Who's using AI to understand PPFD? My book is actually in ChatGPT. Yeah. Of course it is. Because I wanted to reference it. It kind of goes like, oh shit, I know stuff that you don't know.
Got to teach Chat GPT the truth, you know.
Well, the whole thing is, when we started looking at seedlings and what we used to do, we used to have T5s on them. They were roughly around 55, 60. I've done all the T5 testing. I know what they were pushing, and we used to root 10 to 14 days.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes 3 weeks. More light is not going to make things root quicker, by the way.
Oh, gosh, no.
Doesn't exist. Because if you had your clones at your 400-watt bulb in the far corner of your room in 2006, to get those in, half of them would die because they were probably getting too much.
Yeah.
Because one thing I started realizing was the light stress I was doing to my plants when I was growing. And that's what caused all these deficiencies. It wasn't the deficiencies. It was the light stress and not knowing VPD.
Mm-hmm.
Big learning mistake. So your VPD when doing clones is humid.
Yes.
Yep. You want humidity. Like 75%, 80%. Like when I do mushrooms, 80%. I keep a humidifier going in those first little bit. They want to rain. That's why they call jungle boys. They're not nicknamed the jungle boys because there used to be a jungle in their room, but people couldn't believe their humidity.
Yeah.
What the fuck are those guys doing? Excuse my French. Mm-hmm. And in 2018, I started convincing over. I'm like, what's this stuff? And in 2020, after running some LEDs during COVID, me and my buddy sit in my room. We weren't supposed to. And we're like, VPD. What the hell is that? It used to be Vancouver Police Department. I'm from
exactly.
Vancouver.
You didn't want them knocking on your door, boy.
And my mission-driven purpose in life, guys, is to help people grow. I want to see cannabis, cucumbers, peppers, and tomatoes growing on the 90th floor in 100 years, being self-sufficient, like Ken said, with living soils. It's all about the biology, using LEDs and growing your own. That's the mission. Keep growing. Education is the key. Ken, we sat here and talked about this a few years ago in the OG Power Hour. Before that, we were on
Future Cannabis Project.
Thank you. And they're out there killing it and educating people like crazy. It's a beautiful legal system. Don't forget, you got all these places where you can educate yourself and learn from. But pick your mentor. Pick your vibrational senses, because we all work on a vibration. Your plant works on a vibration. That seedling works on a vibration. Only wants a specific amount of PAR and PPFD. And I can tell you one thing right now. In spring, on March 31st, and whenever you plant your seeds, the PPFD that's hitting that plant on that bottom of that level now is around 1,800. Interesting, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But we go between about 150 to about 240, 280, 185. So I've seen a lot of different variables when it comes to seeds. And I've done some things that I'm going to hallucinate and I thought would happen and work. And guess what? It's amazing how you can see plants work because they need more food. And the hollow stalks means you're not feeding them enough. We have these problems because I'm running Remo Nutrients and I'm seeing these plants grow just robustly. We're just very flimsy as hell, and we talked about that, right? Yeah. So I did some digging. Well, they're growing very quickly. Where in the spring, your temperatures are lower. Understand where your temperatures work with your plant growth and those seedlings. So when you have a high humidity, you have high heat, and we grow and we sow our seeds indoors for a reason, to get them pre-going for the spring. So that way, when the spring is right, April long weekend, you can plant, because April long weekend is when you put your seeds out. Mm-hmm. But that takes April, May, June. Then we get July, August. Seed timing of the season. You're not unique. Okay? It took us a lifetime to realize one thing: patterns. And when humans recognized the patterns of the seasons, we knew when we started planting our seeds of growth in the spring, because you're not going to get them in the fall. And you're not going to plant seeds in the summer because then you'll have time to finish, right? So planting your seeds and understanding all those variables. When we're growing indoors, we use our T5s. No, we're not using T5s. We're using LEDs. Those LED lights in particular run about 150 to 225, 250. I've been rooting at 250 ppfd. I'm doing some weird shit. I can talk about it. I'm going to hammer it at 3,000 ppfd. See what happens. I'll get back to you. Because when I'm growing Mars and space and being able to produce vegetative growth in some own place, when 300 years when we're not here, but we created something here for the future. That's what we're doing here right now. Look for your future.
Yeah, and like Shadow is saying, lots of airflow.
With seedlings, I put a dome on there. No, I do that for clones. I don't put seeds with domes. My seeds pop, they're in the open air.
Yeah.
So it's great that you mentioned that, because the open air is what plants need to grow. Clones need high humidity, high heat. That's why we put cloning trays underneath it. We put a dome on them. You crack the lid, and you make this massive humidity dome in the very beginning. That's because they're establishing it. They don't have any roots to establish it. So we got to keep that humidity from them, vapor pressure from they want them to evaporate, because they're trying to grow. They're trying to get the roots. They're trying to look for the water here.
They have to
right?
breathe.
And then you see that when your pieces puck out, when they start drying out, then the roots start popping out. You feed them up, they go back in. So there's ways of being with your roots too. But really, seeds is where you got to start from. That's the juice. You got to pop a seed, grow a seed of growth. So once again, when you plant your seeds outside in the spring, and I gotta find this. I can go into my phone and I can look for my app, which is that thing there. I'm not seeing it right now. Remember we used to have one app?
Oh, gosh.
There's a time in here one. There it is. Up top. So I keep everything in here, guys. I go in my basic info, and I can go into my info. I go in my browse, and I can go into spring. Okay. LED, spring, outside. And I can tell you exactly what the PPFD levels were. Yeah. September. I got a lot in here. May, full sun. So May long weekend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 411.
That's 861. And that is May 17th, May long weekend, 5 p.m., full sun.
Yeah.
So your clones, your seeds are actually getting that much PPFD. And the DLI at this point in the spring is roughly about 17 hours, 18 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like through the roof. And you'd be like, how's that work? Oh, so that atmosphere, it's growing from the soil, living soils. We're getting that in there. It's got fresh air blowing around it. We're not growing our seeds at 1,600 PPFD, but I can tell you right now.
No, I'm not.
I just said I'm going to, because I see things all the time.
Yeah.
So that's May. I got.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you've done testing around the world. You've done testing in full sunlight, under trees, under your grapes, etc., to check the different part PPFD in the different areas.
That's where I came up with my own kind of like my own light schedule.
Yeah.
Standing the outside sun and watching the plants and how they grow. I don't hammer them. I bring them up, I bring them down. I watch this changing of the season, right? Because in the fall, I could tell you, Rain, that same area at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the fall is the same at 10 a.m.
Really? That's interesting.
Oh, yeah. And I
Well, if you guys don't know, if John turned his camera towards his window, you'd see a little hole in his screen where he could literally stick that meter outside to test.
That's what I was doing, and also so I can get fresh grapes because they're right there.
Well, we were going to give him that part. And those grapes are good, guys, because I had some the last time I was down there. They're amazing.
Looking at light schedule for your cannabis, guys. That's what's in the book here. I'm not here about selling the book, by the way. You want to know anything, just message me. If you can't afford it, we'll hook you up. Don't worry about it. This information's all over the internet. This is a good book, right? You can get all this. It's really easy. This is something that I learned. This is my story and then my expertise and what I went through, and you can see the variables. And I started recognizing patterns within my grow, within outside the sun, within underneath trees, with underneath different light recipes by leaf recipes. Hi, Morpheus. Going around.
He's going, Dad, you had the window open. Why'd you close it?
He's looking at the grapes. He's like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that from? And he licked his lips too. You see that? He's like,
and Alex, no, John isn't in Thailand. John's in British Columbia down on the coast, just outside of Vancouver.
I'm in my kitchen. Drinking the tea.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about smoking on camera and stuff like that. We want to wait how long?
You want to wait, I believe it's 12 to 15 minutes before you smoke or swear on camera for YouTube to give you that time where, people are safe. They're in their safe space.
Safe zone. Welcome to the safe zone. Okay, guys, the optimal DLI, really, for flower cannabis and seeds, and that Ken wants to look at, is I always say between 100 and 200 ppfd.
Okay.
Right? But I've seen it, and I've seen this. I mean, outside in the spring, and you're going to see, I'm going to show you this in the spring next year, because I'm not going anywhere. We'll see in the spring. And you're going to see some things. You're going to see I can do things, and I pop seeds under my domes. I pop seeds under 400 watt highlights. I pop seeds in the corner with 1,000 watt metal highlights.
Yeah.
I pop seeds in my bathroom. I've grown clones in my bathroom. I mean, in the bathtub, because that's where I used to come. Remember, I used to talk about you get new clones from anybody, they'd be segregated. They put them in the bathroom, put them in the bathtub, and you spray them down. And then you rinse down the walls because you're spraying them with shit we had back in.
Yeah, stuff you wouldn't spray now.
We don't know because stuff we had to get back then didn't really exist. It was invention. We're creation. That's what you're doing right now. You're creating. You're growing. Morpheus.
Hi, Morpheus.
He's gonna do the clean walk around. His house, not mine. See, a dog is a companion. Mm-hmm. Someone said this to me the other day, and I laughed out loud. A cat is an animal that lives in your house.
Yeah, it puts up with you. Yeah, the cat puts up with you as long as you feed him.
I get the little touch on the face and stuff like that. But really establishing roots, once you get roots established, you got to get into that. Then we bring that PPFD levels up. We start braising things, right? Because as the plants grow, they're growing into the sun.
Yes. Yeah.
Your plants down here and your plants up here and outside, and the PPFD levels, it's the area, it's the region, and it's your time. And you'll see that fluctuate. So, I mean, as the sun comes up in the horizon in the morning, it's coming down at 700. But then by noon, it's 1600, right? By 5 o'clock, it's full on.
Yeah.
So understand, but in the summer, the sun's basically rising right over here over the mountains. It's up like right away. Where in the spring, it's over, and in the fall, it's setting, it's rising again over here on the horizon. So once again, you're getting a different level of PPFD levels and a DLI difference because you get a shorter time frame. As that's all changing, everything's changing. Your DLI is changing, your PPFD levels are changing. Think of that. The sun's coming up over here, it's hitting the seed over here. Okay? That's in May. In June, the sun's coming over here, it's hitting it here. In July, the sun's basically coming up with mountains here, it's hitting it right away. Mm-hmm. Right? August, the sun's moving in the sky, the earth's turning. And then in September, we started recognizing a season. It started getting cold. Why? Because the sun was rising differently in the horizon. It was setting differently in the horizon. It was giving us different DLI and PPFD levels within those parameters. I measured that, and I keep measuring it and looking at it. I used to have this great little thing attached to it, and it used to beep. I used to see a white flash at the sunset. I have that documented. I go, what's that? So it's like it's putting a white flash, like a PPFD level of, I won't say PPFD level, like a spectrum level. We get into different spectrums where blue spectrum between 395 nanometers to 530. Green goes from 530 to like 590. And then we get more. You're going to read this all in the book. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to give you the details. But when you look at your I'm saying it right, UVCB, UVCA, and now they're looking at how these kill bugs, now they can manage bugs and stuff like that. Grandmaster Level's doing this. Check out his channel, what he's doing right there. I was talking with Mark, and it's like, yeah, Thomas. Oh, Grandmaster Level. And what he's doing with his lights and what they're inventing and stuff like that. Because everybody's coming up with something new. There's nothing new going on in this world. There's 800 LED lights on the market. You can create your own, straight up. But do you have the reputation, the credibility, and know what you're doing? Are you putting like 1,500 watts, 2,000 watts behind something with 5 different drivers, and the white light weighs like 300 pounds? It's a fantastic light. It's amazing. I don't know the weight of it. I'm completely exaggerating, by the way. No idea. I know the HLG I couldn't lift. It was way too heavy. I physically can't lift it. It's too big of a light for me. So when you start looking at it, it creates more heat. but you can start playing different variables. When you can start playing with different light recipes that I wrote in the book, we'll be playing with different light recipes in years to come. That's happening right now. They're putting a lot of different drivers, big boards, and be able to control the blue, the green, the red, the white, because white light, don't forget, that's what most of it is, white light. And be able to control those variables with different light recipes for different strains.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very interesting when we grow into the future for seedlings and looking at those true seedling PPFD levels. Really, because when you go seeds, when you go clones, there's two different levels of VPD, by the way. You do not want to have your seeds at 80% humidity.
No.
That does not happen in the spring anywhere outside. You want to start your seeds inside where it's warm in a greenhouse. Remember that. They want to be warm. That's why you don't put anything out until the end of May. You don't plant seeds in April. They normally don't make it. They stunt their growth and they look like shit. All you guys starting stuff in the early winter, in the early spring, you don't get the yields you want because you're stunting the growth. You're now allowing that seed to properly germinate and get its true expressions because you're not propping it in the proper humidity, and the proper temperature is key when it comes to our seeds.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my hypothesis, what I hallucinate when I seen. So this, look things up. You say, I'm reading this over here. That's awesome. I'm happy you're reading that. Then take that information, please. And if you want to share it, we have these little chats. Oh, I don't even have it going. We have all these chats over here. Hi, guys.
Well, I know I'm running at 30, 32 degrees in my bedroom right now. And I'm keeping my humidity right in that 60 zone.
Yeah, that's too low.
Pardon me?
That's too low.
That's too low. I should be, what, 70% for seedlings?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to bump it up.
Well, look, what's your VPD? You want to grab a chart? Yeah, take a look. We got a little thing here.
I mean, a chart like this? Oh.
Just kind of, it's really hard to see yours from me. So I have my chart. Here we go. Yeah, veg. Danger zone, 1.8. So what's it saying veg around here? About 80%, 75%, and late veg, propagation early. Right down here for that. See all those numbers?
Okay.
See what it says? 80%, 75.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we get into this is exactly VPT, leaf cooler than room by temperature. So really, you're like a 0.04 to 0.0 kilopascal. So when I'm over there, I'm in veg state, and if I'm running, what's your temperature?
32.
32 degrees, which is what, 84?
32, 85.
85.
Yeah, 84, 85.
Yes, you're going to want at least 65%. What do you have it at?
60 is what I'm maintaining.
60. So yeah, if you go into early flower, late veg, you're going to bring it up to like 80%. And then you start getting into flower, bring down to like 1.6. And then we go into, this is getting down to, it's all in here. Everything is in here. You can follow this graph. All there for you. So depending on
asking, what's the leaf temp?
What's the leaf temp? Well, you always want it 3 degrees lower than the room. That's why we run heaters. 3 to 5. You don't want to have it lower. You don't want to have the temperature of the leaf down at like, when it comes to seedlings, I'm not good at seedling. I don't check the leaf temperature on my seeds. I'm only hallucinating, giving a hypothesis right now of what I'm in my own factory here and what I'm seeing right now. So if I'm running my room at like 80%, I'm going to run like 70, 65, 70% humidity. I just said that. All right. 50% is going to be way too low. So the leaf temperature is going to be changed by that because it's going to be brittle.
And
because
can't breathe.
It's not breathing that well. So you want the plant to be able to breathe at the same time. That's what gives us its quickest growth. Right now, I'm running my flower room, and it's in week 4. And I can tell you right now, my temperature probably upstairs is about 83, and the humidity is probably around 55, 60. I'm in a tent.
Yeah.
I'm going different in a tent completely than what I would do in a bigger room. Because tents are hard to control. You're not running your VPD consistently. I'm being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looks like this meeting has ended after 40 minutes. Something just disappeared on me. I don't know what it was. Are you still here?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I guess I had a Zoom meeting going with staff.
Oh, well, hey, they were listening in on us. There we
No,
go.
they weren't. I mean, there for 40 minutes. They all left. The room was just open. Now I left at 8:15 this morning. I had some things to do, drop off some med trainers, and I'd do a small delivery and get back here for the show. I was talking about going out to Merritt, to Pemberton. We talked about that to go do some consulting. Love my buddy. He's a great friend. I'll see you next Monday.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm crewing this weekend for a UPW. People don't know I do a lot of stuff with the Tony Robbins and the Tony Robbins Foundation. So I get to volunteer and be a part of that team. So yeah, people like, you volunteer. I say, yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 14-hour days.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a blast.
Well, you know what? It's how we grow, guys. It's how you learn. If you're not good at growing, go volunteer for a place. They're going to teach you. You're going to learn what to do because they're going to get you to do the back end work and how to set things up, where to do things, what's going to be the proper soils, what's going to be the proper light, where are you going to put those plants? Because we just talked about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we do another guy named Matt Greenspace. He's also on YouTube. He's going to be on the show. He's going to be showing up here pretty soon. Matt's pretty awesome. He's been learning, and he did a lot of courses with Bruce Bunsby with his LED course. Bugby. I know I always say it wrong.
Yeah, because he's got a plaque on his wall from a course that everybody can take online from Dr. Bruce Bugby. And I think he's going to be an amazing guest to have on with us.
Oh, yeah. We get to talk to him we talk to him every day. Not almost every day. Which is a great way of collaborating and stuff. I mean, we've been talking about growing. We're talking about scrogging, talking about seeds, how long it takes to grow a seed. Are you growing feminized seeds? Are you going breeding stock? Are you just popping seeds that someone sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, if you need to learn, go volunteer.
Yeah.
100%. Hey, I'll do it for free. Really? Okay, fuck, I'll teach you everything then.
Yeah, if you're willing to work for free, yeah, get over here.
I'll tell you one thing right now. Tony Robbins was a janitor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Warren Buffett, he volunteered. Jay Abrams volunteered. Anybody know these names? They're all billionaires.
Yep. And you got to start somewhere, and with education and
everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah.
It's where you're going and seeing the vision of where you're growing for is the next future. Are you writing it down? Are you putting a vision behind your plan? Asking questions, because questions are the lazy of human consciousness. They concentrate our focus and determine what we feel and do, guys. So keep asking the questions. Keep finding out what's going to be the best way, because normally the person you're asking, if they don't know, they go, well, I can find someone for you. They want to know now themselves. Okay. Oh, they're going to know the answer. I'm going to give it to you right away.
Mm-hmm.
Or you say, we got a reference. Here's the book. Oh, well, I know the guy wrote the book. Perfect. We'll bring him on too. See?
Yep.
You get a lot more than
questions give you better answers.
Questions give you better answers because knowledge trumps information. Mm-hmm. Information's everywhere. Knowledge is what gets you through your day. So don't forget to ask questions. You're not an interruption until you become an interruption. And when you become an interruption, you're asking a question. And then what people want to do? They want to give you the answer or find the answer.
Mm-hmm.
The best part about is growing your own is really asking the questions and finding the people that are going to get you to where you want to go. Don't look at how you're doing things. Look at the who's going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get contrarian of how you're going to grow your seeds. Just go to who's going to help you by clicking on a button or find someone new. I got a video of how to grow from seed. It had 5.5 million views before YouTube took it down. It's back up. It's got 30,000 views. And that's the best thing about something like that is you're able to just re-upload it, do what you want to do. Put that seed down, keep growing. Understand you can play. So now you get to learn. And if it's something that you do not want to play with, then there's some parameters that we know work very well. Mm-hmm. And Sunblaster has it on their T5s. Any LED light company's got it in every one of their manuals. Everybody's got this. It's just like it's everywhere. It's the same, and the stuff that's in my book is in every book. It didn't come from me; it came from the universe, gave it to us. We all just rewrote it and how we felt was going to be the best way to do it. So someone says 185 is the ideal number. Okay, I like 150. Perfect. 223. No, I'm going to sit at 1600. Well, I've seen it at this. See?
Yeah. It comes from experience and practice and experimentation.
Experimentation, but one thing we do know is all those T5s were all sitting around the 150. When the LEDs came out, they were around the 200, 185, 200. I said, I think ALS LEDs 200.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then we put in different dials, right? Are we doing reds? Are we doing blues? Are we doing green? Right? We want to do 30% blue to red ratio so that way you're getting that internode spacing. Some people are hammering a lot of blue to create more internode spacing and tightening it down. That's what blue does.
Yeah.
It's in the book again. Probably go to the page right here.
Well, and it's the effect on the plant is like the plant being shadowed, and it's getting a different level of photons. And when you shadow, your plant wants a larger leaf so it can create more or grab more.
So that's far red. That's not shadowing. It's a far red, right? So the far red is what creates leaf elongation, stem elongation, leaf expansion. So far red will happen when you put a shade on it, or you cover a light, and it's not the sun allows all the photons to go through, right? Now pear, apple, plum, cherry, they all have a different leaf recipe.
Mm-hmm.
So that you start looking at different fruits and see how things kind of work forward and how that works out, right? So when it comes to a different leaf recipe, if I put my plant underneath grapes, it's all red. It's all far red. And we saw extreme spend elongation. I have this, it's a short somewhere. I don't know, videos out there, guys are out there. I'm not looking for it because it's in the past. If you want to, go ahead. It's in my Discord. And I did all this testing, and I saw some variable. I saw all these little common interests that was happening, and that's why lights were created. That's why we have stuff that have deep red, far red, lights that didn't exist on the market that are existing today. We do the research that people had done on all these plants from all over the place. We all started seeing the same commonalities. We're like, well, this is working for him. He said it, and that guy said it, and he said it. When you think of something, and you're like, oh, that's a great idea. Then a couple years later, someone comes up and they make it, well, that was my idea. Because your thoughts are not your own. You're not unique. Human beings, we run patterns. You think of something, you put that energy into the universe. Someone else is going to think about it. That's what life is. You're sharing it. Get it out there.
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes. Do more things for yourself.
And share your mistakes, guys. Don't just share only the good. Show the bad, too, because that's where we all learn from and can grow forward. Like John always wants to grow forward.
What's the discount code?
Oh, grassroots pots, testing, Quad Egg, their products.
Product discount codes. I said, well, what's the discount code for? So you should know what this code's for. Pretty cool. I like that. Thank you for sharing that, Ken.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Because this is the two things we can do, guys, here. And that's one thing about being part of the ecosystem is getting those discounts, finding those people to merge with, and how you can continue to keep growing your best and do what you love to do. Legacy growth. I'm laughing. Yep. I got off my arm. Of course it is. Berfelo. Growth. That's what we do, right? Around the world, the green one.
You betcha.
You can get those on my website if you want. Around the world Greenway shirt. I even got a push-up shirt. It's kind of fun.
Oh, that's a new one. I haven't checked that one out yet.
I got one with a push-up around the world. That's one thing about Printful and stuff like that. You can create whatever images you want. You can get things going, and people can buy them if they're interested in supporting the cause that you guys like and supporting your growth, and supporting where you're going. Because everything happens in motion. It's how we get things going. So planting that seed of growth, planning your life, really putting it down. What are the goals for your end of year 2023 and have you accomplished them? Mm-hmm. Getting new seeds to grow for 2024. Did you message me? I know a few people did. Thank you. Much love, Ganja man. Appreciate you. So we get to love to do here, guys, is really focus on where we're going for 2024. Setting that vision for your life and the growth that you want to obtain is something I just said to Ken this morning. What did I say again? Write down your future you. Write a story of what you want to look like, where you want to be. Write it down. Write yourself a little future you.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome too, right? So you can see where you're going. Write down those seeds. What seeds? What strains? My buddy's like, I got this strain, that strain. I'm gonna get this strain. Guess what? He called me yesterday. He goes, I got that strain. I'm like, how did you get that strain? He goes, I wanted it and I got it.
I talked to the right person and I got it. Yeah.
I can't wait to try it in the next year. I said that it's going to take years to grow. He goes, I know. Because we don't even know if it's the right strain. Someone just said it was. Here's the seeds. Here you go. Yeah, I got it for you. Here you go. I go, fuck, here we go.
Yep.
You need a good breeder, a good strain. You get a good source. When you find your source, stay with it.
Yeah.
Find your people. Find those energies. Find that vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's where Tony comes in. You know, he's got the right vibration for the planting his seeds and creating these seeds for us and himself. That's a man that I can trust. If I order seeds from Daga that he has produced, I know I can trust those seeds to do what he says they're supposed to do, because he's got the heart and soul that he's put into those. And that's where John, you know, the Medi Kush, is that type of a situation where it's the passion he's put in for decades to bring us that particular strain. Yeah. And there's some creamy stuff in there. Is that some Medi?
It's the Death Bubba.
Ah, okay, the Death Bubba. And you crossed that with the Medi.
Oh, it's 398 Bubba.
Okay. Yeah. And I got your trifecta pack, so you're dropping some, man. But that's what he was said.
I went for a meeting this morning, and I just went to my pocket to grab my jar of resin that I put in there this morning. It's at the meeting.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't get a phone call that it's there, so that means they're really enjoying it right now. You know what I mean?
Share. Just sharing. Yeah.
Don't even care. Don't even care. That's the thing about the people that you associate yourself with. If you have to worry about something, if you left it somewhere, then you shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
You trust the people you're hanging out with. Make sure you're hanging out with the right people. And the higher the vibration they have, the better off you are.
Don't forget. Hang around with the people that you want to be like, right? Because the expectations of the people that surround yourself with, right? Expectations of your peer group that you want to work with. There's a peer group and there's friends. The peer group's going to push you. Like I'm in a peer group of people that push me. They're friends, they're associates, and I know that through my Tony world, they push me hard. That's what we do here, guys. We push you to grow. We push you to step into your own heroic, unique identity, who you truly are. If I can do it, so can you. You can probably do it a lot better than me. Better. Jeez. I'm with Matt. Matt's awesome. Matt, I know you're watching out there. Like the student always becomes the master.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, Paul. He taught me so much in his life. He gave me the ability to go forward. Mentors that people have had me vision, like Bruce Lee. Yeah. Concentrate on the brain. Focus on your healing. Focus on where you're going. Set that dream board up. We talked about, that's my show now, sorry.
Oh, the vision board. If you guys haven't been following John's channel, he's starting to put content on there again. And we're talking about what we're doing every Sunday in the 42 hard 42.
I can't do it this Sunday. I'm crewing a UPW. Yeah. I totally screwed up. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna the 42 days. There's a bonus round to that 42 days.
But it's that is going to draw more people in, guys. And if you want to grow forward, not just plants, but you, and that's where you really need to focus on. John's going to be doing this course again in January. And I'm going to be taking it again and probably again and again and again, because it's driving us all forward. It's having that commitment and having a coach, having somebody that, if you say you're going to do something, they're asking you, well, did you get that done? that helps you move forward.
Are you growing? Did you put your seeds down? It said,
Yeah.
yeah, I sent it to you. There you go. Have you done? Okay, what's the par levels? Here you go. What am I gonna do here? This is what you gotta do. And we got Matt coming on. Matt's gonna be doing a lot of education. He's got an amazing channel. He'll be working with the OG Power Hour. Ken's gonna have him hosting on his own show. I was like, yeah, already talking with the stuff. There you go.
Oh yeah. The more content, the better. The more understanding, the better. And I'm trying on this network to bring the best of the best, and get out of the bro science, get into some real science. And that's where, it's in the book.
That's bro science right there, dude.
Yeah, but you're the bro that did all the research and you're at the cutting edge. So
I appreciate that, Ken. You know what? We're all on the cutting edge of growing in today's society because humanity gave us this moment, this time, this grace, and appreciating all these little cool devices. Check this out. I mean, yes. Look, he's just hanging out right there too. Look at him. He's like, okay, Dad. He's always You why? Because we all want the same thing our animals do: attention, appreciation, and presence.
Yep.
Remember that. So we're here to give you attention, appreciation, and presence. You guys are awesome. You coming up, showing up, and growing up, doing what you love to do. You know what I mean? That's what we get to do, and then we get to share it with others. That's what you do. You share your hearts, your hope, your dreams. You share that with others.
Mm-hmm.
And knows I say this because our love. This is what sets us free, guys. Yes.
Give yourself a big hug and a pat on the back.
And a dab to boot.
And a dab. And like Lily says, I'm taking it. It's already shifted my energy to get things done. And that's the big thing.
There it is.
And there's a nice little dabby,
Before we never had a carb cup, we put a little marble in there. We just burn it with hot copper brain. Dude, that's it was that shit.
Excuse me. So guys, we're talking about, the right par for seedlings. What's the right par for you? Maybe you can share that in the comments below. Because believe us, with
no idea. They have no fucking idea. They bought a light, they got a dome, and it was already given to them. That all the stuff's already given to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And the light that you buy, the dome that you purchase, and you put that light on the dome, it's going to give you the perfect par. PPFD. It's going to give you and then the deal. It's seeds though. Seeds are different.
Yeah.
Seeds, I pop on my right there. I'm going to see me grow seeds.
And I've seen you water them from your when you were drinking coffee from the coffee machine cleaning itself. That's what you gave them for water.
Yeah, for like 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
I got T-boned at 80K and it really screwed things up on me. And I was trying to keep my plants alive.
Yep. And you did. Amazingly enough, 5 months on your kitchen table.
See that one there barely plugging away? See the old T5?
Yeah.
T5. That's the oldest balls we just talked about. PPFD right down there right now is 45.
Yeah.
They're barely growing. It's 40, probably a little bit lower. They're not growing that much at all. They've been down there for 2.5 months now. Now I'll show you those same ones that I popped from seed and changed them and put them in a different light. Go for a walk. Let's go for a walk.
Let's go upstairs.
Go upstairs,
Morpheus, come on. Let's go.
Remember, stay flexible with your decision. Stay committed to your decision, but flexible in your approach, guys, and how you do things. That's what we love to do. You set yourselves up to win every day. If you're not doing that, what are you doing? Are you planning your life or are you just moving your life? You just think that you're doing something. Oh, it's beautiful in here. It's 83 degrees, 54.
Oh, I think Johnny froze up. He's got a problem with his internet up there.
Oh, my internet going?
Yeah, now you're good again. Yeah, good.
There's the same seeds, but under a different PPFD level and DLI. Right? Yep. Oh, it's 83 degrees in here. So it's a little cold. I shouldn't lamp a little bit. So we're doing some dimming. It's all the time. Yeah.
Oh, we lost him again, guys. Anytime that he's around that Mylar, guys,
lost
that really
everything.
breaks up your Wi-Fi connection. If you're ever doing live streams or anything,
Stay away
just
from Mylar.
consider that. Yeah. And like Lily
Stay away
says,
from Mylar.
whoa, what a difference from upstairs to downstairs, and them just being little babies to what John has in that
Those
tent.
were the same seeds I popped. I popped 6, 8, 7 seeds or what it was. It was four, a trifecta pack and then some 4 seeds. 2 of them are still downstairs, and I saw how those are working. One went outside. It's down there. See it way down there?
Yeah, yeah.
So one's on down there outside doing it's full of purpled out. I stress everything. That's the saying. Let's see if those ones live through the fall. There's 2 MKUs and 1 Medi from seed.
Yeah.
Stress test everything. Everything. Recalibrate 560 PFD, 24.4 DLI. There you go.
Seedlings, yeah.
If that's you could do that 24.4 DLI. You can put that in the DLI calculator.
And
So
you can get that on John's website.
I'll just do it right now. On Berfelo.com, I think that is the DLI calculator. So let me take a quick look here, guys. Oh yeah, you guys can see me and I can see you. Journey starts here. We go into growth. And DLI calculator is definitely, it's on Berfelo.com under growing. So if I go PPFD, and he was what, 563?
Yeah, 563 PPFD, 24.4 DLI.
How much light per day?
Yeah, how many hours? Yeah.
If you were 18 hours a day, you're getting 36.48. If you were 12, you'd be getting 24.32. So that's definitely not for seedlings because I don't know why it has a price here on here for some reason. No, it says price 24.32. It's weird.
And he's saying 18 hours is what he's got at 563.
Well, then your DLI would be 18 hours. PPFD is 563.
Yeah.
You know what 556, 53 by any chance, I'm curious. And at 18 hours, your DLI is 36.48. And I also have I put in a VPD calculator for Celsius and Fahrenheit is also on the site now. And I can tell you right now, and then you can download your VPD chart. My VA did all this for me. She's awesome. Giselle's awesome. She really did the site. I love the Prove Your Growing products. We have Alias LED. We do Green Planet. I'm going to put there's Remo Nutrients on here. Not yet. It'll be there tomorrow. Special code JB420, of course, and everything. Lower case. So any of these sites, you guys, all you have to do is punch in. All lowercase, I wrote JB420. John, JOHN, sorry, B420. And you'll normally get your discount of 10%. I've done that with Mars Hydro and everybody. They always say they're going to, oh, give us a discount. We'll give you. I've never got anything because I don't care. But get your discount.
Yeah.
Please get a discount. There's a discount code for anything you buy. If you're buying something at retail, and then you're just a retail person.
Yeah, look for the discount codes.
There's always a discount code for something.
Yeah.
Unless you're just in a quick rush, that's fine. I buy things. I'm Dutch. I buy everything on sale.
Oh, cool.
Right. Praying, thriving vigorously. Of course they are. 100% they are. Right. And I did certain things like that. And we did that during COVID. If people look at all those, I ran 119 seeds. And we ran the Alias 420 lights for the blue spectrum. And I thought I was giving them too much light stress. And what it was is I gave them light stress and I gave them low. I screwed up on the pH levels. So right now they're praying like this and doing 100%. You can see that I can go upstairs right now. My leaves are green and doing like that. That's why it's dim. If I turn that light right up right now, they'll be like this. That's lights. They're just praying into that. I see that outside when the light is 2400 ppfd outside in the summertime. Mm-hmm. So they're curling like that because they're stressed, so they're trying not to get as much sun. When they're like this, they're getting the full ppfd. This stress, this praying, when they're praying like that, I call that light stress because they're now trying not to hit the light. See, the leaves are coming up, so now they're hitting like that. They're not turkey. So when your leaves are fully open, they're fully taking in the PPFD. You want your leaves to be out like that. When they're like this, that's a little bit of light stress, and that's probably why you're at 563 at 24 DLI. So if we did that in reality, we started looking at, where's my website here? Now I'm just talking out loud with you, brother. Appreciate you sharing that little bit of knowledge and where we are.
And that's the gold bar, guys. A big, big, big gold
Right.
bar.
So if I brought that down to 250, that'd be 16.2. That'd be a lot better. So I would cut that in half. And then your plants, and you can see this in one of my old videos. Now we're going to go back into the old factory here. It would be in 2020. It would be around the April, May, June videos. And you're going to see a difference. And I can move the light higher. Please move the light higher, and we're going to see that. That's awesome, brother. I just appreciate it. Contact me directly. Maybe I can help you out a little bit. Because I want to just see you do. And when they were praying, like, I thought they're doing awesome. And that's when I got the light stress. Because in reality, if you take a look at, we just put that in, go to my website, Berfelo.com, go under growth. That's the free DLL calculator and VPD calculator. You can do this all yourself and start playing with numbers. You're going to have a great time going in that. I don't know if I can't post it here. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So it's Berfelo.com/growing.
So guys, Berfelo.com.
John Berfelo. John Berfelo. Yeah.
Okay, so just straight Berfelo.com.
Berfelo.com is all about growth, pain, and understanding. Where John Berfelo.com has got coaching and everything I'm doing. It's more about for who I am and what I'm doing and stuff like that. Berfelo.com is about growing. It's for you guys. There you go. It's all here. You help yourself. It's all information. Everything's got a discount code attached to it. Contact me through there. I got a calendar. Book an appointment with me. It's free. 15 minutes. We'll talk about. And then if I like you and it's great, and you're not trying to like soak me for all kinds of knowledge, I'll talk to you forever. If you want to smoke me for knowledge so you can make some money, I'm going to charge you. Okay, that's it. And it's very easy for me to see because I have this beautiful gift. It was grace of being able to actually properly understand people and gain that emotional rapport and see where you are in your life cycle and how we can actually help one another out here. So we're here to help one another and here to continue growing, guys. And with that, our hour is up. So like Silly said, hit the like button. Sweet. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for just opening up in chat, guys. Ask these questions. We're here to help. And if I don't know, I'm going to find somebody, by the way. I ain't going to lie to you. I'll find you the source and say, I don't know. You have to ask Ken. Ken be like, well, I thought you know. Like, I don't know. Let's get Mr. Toad on here. I'm like, well, damn it. Well, let's get in another fucking. We'll get it. We'll get another OG who's been in it and done it. Understand. Repetition, utilization, integration, reinforcement is the mother of all skills. You guys have a fantastic mission Monday. We'll see you next week. We're going to set the mission for the week, right?
You know it. And guys, for this afternoon, we got Jim Kurtz. He's an expert on vibration and growing plants. And this, from what I've seen of the data, is like, holy shit, this is next level, guys. So you're going to want to check that out in a few hours. With that, guys, love you all. And
vibration, guys.
Peace out, guys. Love you.